How's it going, everybody? This is Taylor from the PRN Big Racing Network, and today we welcome you to Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Napa Auto Parts 200 live from this road course with cautions on for this race. Hopefully the AI don't wreck a lot, because they do that sometimes here. But we got Noah Robb and Chase Marks on the pole. Noah Robb trying to go for the championship, and so is Miles Mashburn in 3rd and 4th. Here's Nicholas Candano 5th. Is Christopher Rowan at 6th. Is Austin Delgado 7th. Is JJ Overberg 8th. Is Justin Seigel 9th. Is Jimmy Dasco 10th. Is Matt Martin. All the way to the bottom of the list here. Last place is number 21 at Dylan Davis. And Eli Bright having a bad qualifying set right there in the 27th spot. Let's go racing here, Montreal. But the car is firing up. Pace car rolls off. The drivers are rolling off. And this is going to be a heck of a race for Noah, trying to get his first career win of this season. Cameras here are not the greatest in the world, so I'm going to try and use what I can. Frame rate here is also not the greatest. So we'll mainly have to use the spectator cap. I'm going to pull up the ticker already. As the pace car's down pit road, we are set to go racing here at Montreal, Canada. The pace car is in. The green flag is waving. Boogity, 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 boys. Let's get racing. Now Rob takes the lead. Got a couple drivers being slow in the back. Oh my God, what in the world just happened? There are cars everywhere on the track. Fred Bennington's around. Wow, there are drivers everywhere on the track. Stopping. No caution. What in the world? Jeffrey Chevelle's in it. Vince Kenton, Andrew Moffat, Skylar Fleming. That's a turn of events at the front or in the back of the field in turn 1. You can see the flagman still waving the green flag. Fred Bennington is out of the race, it looks like. There's the pace car. Looks like the drivers who were in that wreck as well that were flipping out are back to racing. The 88 has damage, and it's fallen a couple of spots. That's Eli Bright. A little bit of contact still going on. Up at the front, though, that 14 car, this terrible set of cameras, has the lead. Over Noah Robb in 2nd. Miles Mashburn in 3rd. Christopher Rowan in 4th. And in 5th place is JJ Overberg. There is no caution for what transpired. So in that case, don't need to see what happened, as Fred Bennington took a pretty hard hit with a barrier. Looks like that costed him the race. Don't think they'll be able to get that thing repaired, but Chase Marks in the 14 will lead the first lap by 1.27 seconds ahead of Noah Robb. Chase Marks has been relatively decent at these tracks, but can he be good in this one to win it today? And this still camera is pretty bad. I think I may have the solution here in just a moment. So while this is going on, Maybe that'll work. Yeah, looks like that'll probably work out with some of these camera angles being a little bad. So far, 2 drivers have not set a lap. That's Vince Kenton. Don't know what happened to Vince Kenton. Oh, he's down pit road too. Probably servicing the damage that he got from the wreck. Eli Bright's on a mission. He's charging the way up the field. Oh, wow. He had to brake heavy there. That was heavy braking, that 88. Most of the field, however, is pretty single filed out. Noah Robb is trying to chase down that 14, but that 14 is just way too fast. '14 car is pulling away from the 28 car with 10 laps to go when they come across that line. 78 of Vince Kenton will finish dead last. Still somehow no caution after what happened. So I am surprised by that. I'm surprised we're not getting a restart anytime soon, but it is what it is. There are yellow flags. I turned them on. I would think they would be on. And this camera angle is not that bad. It's just too bad the still cameras are not the greatest here. There is a tight battle for the second spot and also around here as well. But Noah Robb just cannot catch up to that 14 car. There are a few other drivers coming down as well. There's the 81, and that looks to be the 86? 89, sorry. Vince Kenton. Not Vince Kenton. Brandon Kenton, sorry. So far, so good. Eli Bright, one of the drivers trying to battle for the championship, trying to get a better position than what he was in. Had a couple of slow drivers ahead of him. But Noah Robb in that 28 car just cannot seem to come close to the speed that that 14 car has. As we keep it green in today's race, we'll take a quick commercial break here from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. You're watching the Napa Auto Parts 200 live. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Montreal, where Chase Marks leads by 4 seconds almost over Noah Robb in second. Over 4 seconds, actually. Chase Marks in that 14 car pulling away from Noah. And unless that caution comes out, the only hope for Noah is that 14 car to break down, which probably will not happen. Noah Robb has been relatively consistent all year around, but he has had a few bad finishes under his belt. The one at Pigs Creek comes to mind when you first think about it. Miles Mashburn last week at Tennessee Superspeedway almost had a win under his belt, just came a little short. Miles, Noah, and Christopher Rowan in the 00. These three are working together to try it. Well, they're not working together. They're battling to get a championship under their belt. Especially now with this race becoming the first in the double digits. The more and more this goes on, more and more better you need to do. Especially if we want to talk about drivers who have been having a struggle. Look no further than this 03 car that's not showing up because of the TV1 camera. Or the TV2 camera looks like dog shit. But look no further than the 03, our Verizon IndyCar champion. has had no success at all in this series, and he's trying to get this Dodge Hellcat to either victory lane or enough to get into the title picture in the chase. Get a good glimpse of that old Verizon logo. His chase marks lead has grown to over 5 seconds over Noah Robb. No slowing down being shown by this 14 car whatsoever. Another driver that's been having such a struggle is Austin Delgado in the 42. He just hasn't had a great day in racing in a long time. The top 10 today would be a good finish for number 42, especially in the next couple of races that are coming up. We have a couple of races that a lot of drivers are going to struggle with. Next week we take it to another road course at Mexico. The Mexico road course, the one where the Whelans went just a couple of weeks ago. Then we go to Talladega. Then we go to Road America, and then IRP. So we have, in the next 4 weeks, we go to 2 road courses, 1 super speedway, and a short track. Definitely a fun sort of couple of weeks, especially for the road course ringers. As you see the black screen, it's going to reveal our leader. Chase marks in the 14 car. Growing the lead by 1 second every single lap, not showing signs of slowing down. Let's see, what's his fastest speed? 157 in that corner. Let's see what Noah's is. 152. Obviously slower. Eli Bright has the fastest lap, so if Eli Bright wasn't involved in that accident, you probably would have seen him in the front. And here's the back of the field right now. James Bowles, Kyle Jackson, and Nico Haas being slow cars today. And where is our fastest driver, Eli Bright? There he is. He's working his way up the field. He's working his way back up to the 17th spot, if not the 18th. 16th spot. Wow. He's worked his way on up to the front of the field. He is charging. If he was not involved in that accident, he probably would have been up to second. Probably would have been chasing down this 14 car, because Chase Marks is just pulling away to over 7 seconds when he crosses that line. That'll be over 7 seconds. He'll reach over 10 seconds by the end of this race. The drivers in the back here. There's Eli Bright. We'll go on board with him here. Trying to chase down a lot of drivers as he's trying to gain positions. So every position is vital. You got to remember what the chase format we're running is. In this chase format, I can't remember what exact race number it was. I'll have to look it up. I think it's 24 races, so with 10 races to go, we would have the chase for the NASCAR Kickstarter Cup champion. Just look at Eli Bright here, just trying to pass everybody here, trying to get by Raymond Bradshaw. 2 drivers out of the race. Surprisingly, that 14 car is not the fastest driver in the field. That is a surprise, because I figured you would be seeing him pull away with the fastest lap, considering he always pulls up fast laps. Eli Bright having some problems with Raymond Bradshaw trying to get by him. 28 and Noah Robb definitely does not have the greatest racing trim of all time. They're looking on Eli Bright as he pulls away, or as he's starting to gain positions one by one. One by one, he is starting to pull up to the front of the field. Going on board with Miles Mashburn as he's trying to get by Noah Robb. As Noah Robb has not had any sort of success whatsoever, at least in this race. Miles Mashburn still looking into the back. Noah Robb. I think the biggest mover of today. Wow, that was a move. I think that was. Yeah, Josh Bush. I would say though, our biggest mover of today has to be Eli Bright, because not too long ago he was almost in last place after what happened in the first couple of turns. He's almost back up to the top 10. He's up to the top 15. Now he just has to get his way to the top of the leaderboard somehow, some way. Four laps to go in today's race, and the lead has extended to almost 10 seconds. An 8-second lead over Noah Robb. Chase Marks, who finished just outside the top 10 in last week's race at Tennessee Superspeedway, is looking to turn that thing upside down. And Chase Marks would love nothing more than to get a win, especially after the finish that he had last week. Meanwhile, Noah Robb is trying to hang on to second, and this will be vital points by that 28 team. May not gain a lot of time. Or not gain a lot of time. He may not gain a lot of points over Miles Mashburn, but he sure will get you'll get more than Miles. Chase Marks has no sign of slowing down whatsoever. Little Caesars on the back of that 28 car. Trying to get to the front of the field, but having no success. It's going to be an over 10-second lead when they cross this line, if not close to it. John Hart, last week's winner. And Noah Robb may come second for the second week in a row. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. For the second week in a row, this 28 car may be the bridesmaid. I say maybe because he still has a ton of cars behind him that could pass him if they somehow manage to get by him. And John Harnett, 33. Let me see where he's at. Because he's certainly not he's not having a good day, it looks like. Where is he at? John Hart, there he is. Just outside the top 10, so obviously not a bad day, but certainly not a good day. Eli Bright's worked his way to the top 10, so he is powering up to the front. Just, I don't think that'll be enough to get into the top 5. Eli Bright is, in fact, well, actually, now that I think about it, looking at the standings from last week, Christopher Owen is not in the top 4. I figured he was, especially after the win at Pikes Peak. Nope, in fact, it's Dylan Davis in the 21, who is, let me see where he's at, because he's around here somewhere. I can't see because of these things. He is right here. 18th. You can't see him, but he's 18th. So Eli Bright is your points leader coming into this race, but coming out of this race, I think Miles would retain. Miles and Eli will switch that spot. Noah will probably still be in third. Dylan Davis may keep fourth. We may, just may, see Christopher Rowan gain a couple of spots. I just figured Chris would be kind of up there, especially with this Pikes Peak win, but I guess that didn't matter. With 2 laps to go, Chase Marks is in the lead by over 10 seconds. If we want to talk about the drivers who are going to have the biggest jump, look no further than Austin Delgado. 5th place as of right now. Last week he had a terrible crash with him, Skylar, and Peter. Peter has retained the 10th spot, or he's staying in the 10th spot, so definitely a redemption day for Austin and Peter, as those two, after having a scary accident last week, are going to get a good spot and maybe even gain maybe 2 spots. As of right now, the top 5 of this race, where is Chase Marks on this list here? Chase Marks is just 2 spots underneath Austin Delgado and 23rd in the standings coming into this race. And this will be a big jump by this 14 team. And I mean a huge jump. I'm not so sure how many spots exactly, but if I were to give a guess, I would say 5 spots would be gained, if not 7, by Chase, and 3, if not 5, for Austin Delgado. But in any case, the white flag sponsored by Credit One National Bank is just about ready to become a waving thing here, with yellow flags on. Somehow did not have one at the start of the race. That kind of hurt Noah Robin the most. But coming to the white flag, sponsored by Credit One National Bank here in the Napa Auto Parts 200, live from Montreal, Canada. It is being shown to Chase Marks, who is showing no signs of slowing down. Trying to make this race a quick one, with an over 10-second lead over Noah Robb. Crossing that line. This race has been dominated by this 14 team. Started on the front row, and he manages to pull out in front of Noah Robb and get the win. Eli Bright, our biggest mover of today, is going to go up. He's going to finish either 8th or 9th, depending on how fast he can get up to the one of J.R. Chad. Don't know how much that'll do. And remember, Eli Bright was involved in the accident that happened in turn 1, it looks like. That caused a massive jumble of cars being wrecked out and slow. That was in the back. Eli Bright was involved in it, and he's the biggest mover of today. Our points leader of Eli Bright has a top 10 under his belt, so it looks like Eli Bright will not lose a lot of spots in today's race. If I want to talk about how many drivers are going to, or which driver is going to lose a ton of spots for a finish, that would have to be James Bowles. He's 5th coming into this race, but as you can see right here, showing 34th, he's not going to have 5th. Not long. Coming to the last few corners of this race, Noah Robb is going to hold on to the 2nd spot. See back here, he's trying to hang on for that spot. We'll keep an eye on that once we get to it. Coming to the line, Chase Marks is about to get his first win of this season. He's going to jump up a ton of spots. Coming out of the last turn, it'll be that 14 car of Chase Marks. He will win the Napa Auto Parts 200 live at Montreal. And Noah Robb will come down the line 2nd. Miles Mashburn 3rd, Christopher Rowan 4th, and Rick Ando will get 5th. Austin will get a 6th place finish. So that's it for that. Let's go to our final standings here with Chase Marks at first, Noah Robb second, Miles Mashburn third, Christopher Owen fourth, Rick Ando fifth, Austin Delgado sixth, JJ Overberg seventh, Jerry Archett eighth, and Eli Bright in ninth. And Peter will round out our top 10. Vince Kenton and Fred Bennington, the two drivers out of the race due to the accident. Somehow didn't bring caution, but whatever. As the last few drivers are pulling into the start-finish line to make this race official. Say congrats, Chase Marks, for winning this race in a dominating fashion. Noah Robb will get the second runner-up in a row. We will see you all next week at Mexico City Road Course. Have a good one, everybody.